Religion is a cornerstone of human civilization, shaping cultures, traditions, and personal identities across the globe. However, in some nations, practicing your faith can be an uphill battle, or even impossible. In today's video, we'll uncover countries where religion is either banned outright or so heavily controlled that freedom of faith barely exists. From nations enforcing strict atheism to others that suppress minority religions, this list sheds light on the complex relationship between faith and power. If you're curious about the intersection of government and religion, stay tuned. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with the Decider's compelling stories. 1. North Korea tops the list as the most restrictive country when it comes to religion. Here, faith is not just suppressed, it's outright banned. Citizens are expected to show unwavering loyalty to the Kim dynasty, which is elevated to a near-divine status. Religious practices are seen as acts of rebellion against the state, and possessing religious materials, like a Bible, can lead to imprisonment, torture, or even execution. Many underground Christians in North Korea face unimaginable risks, secretly gathering in small groups to pray or read smuggled scriptures. The government's goal is clear: eliminate any ideology that could compete with its control. 2. China officially recognizes 5 religions: Buddhism, Taoism, Islam, Protestant Christianity, and Catholicism. However, all religious activities must align with state policies. Unregistered groups, such as underground churches and independent mosques, are treated as threats to national security. The government's crackdown on Uyghur Muslims in Xinjiang has drawn international criticism, with reports of mass detentions, surveillance, and forced assimilation. Similarly, Christians in unregistered house churches face harassment, arrests, and the destruction of their places of worship. While religion isn't outright banned, the state ensures it remains tightly controlled and subservient to its ideology. 3. Turkmenistan. In Turkmenistan, religion is so tightly regulated that it might as well be banned for those outside state-sanctioned faiths. Religious leaders are appointed by the government, and sermons are monitored to ensure they align with state-approved narratives. Unregistered religious communities face harsh penalties, including imprisonment. Even Islamic traditions, such as publishing religious literature, are restricted unless the government grants permission. For many Turkmen citizens, practicing their faith freely is an impossible dream. 4. Eritrea recognizes only 4 religions: Sunni Islam, the Eritrean Orthodox Church, Roman Catholicism, and the Evangelical Lutheran Church. All other faiths are banned. Followers of unrecognized religions, including Jehovah's Witnesses and Pentecostals, often face imprisonment without trial. The government views unapproved religious gatherings as threats to national stability. Arrests are common, with reports of detainees being held in harsh conditions for years without charges. For Eritreans, worship outside the state's narrow framework comes at a heavy cost. 5. Uzbekistan. Religious freedom in Uzbekistan exists on paper, but not in practice. All religious institutions must be registered with the government, and any unregistered activity is criminalized. Sermons and religious texts are closely monitored and censored to ensure they align with state narratives. Islam, the predominant religion, is heavily regulated. Imams are government-approved, and mosques operate under strict supervision. For minority faiths, the barriers to practice are even higher, making Uzbekistan one of the most restrictive countries in Central Asia.